I know many of you have seen a live conversation that me and Royce 59 had pertaining to Vlad TV and his misquote of Minister Farrakhan and him posting it. And we had a difference of opinion. Royce said that he needed the minister to apologize, and he needed to make a public apology. My position was, well, for me, all he needed to do was take down the misquote and clarify that the minister never said that. Because for me, an apology is an emotional statement. It's something that you feel. And if a person doesn't feel something, I don't want an apology from you if you don't really actually believe that. So we went back and forth, and we had a difference of opinion. And based on that ideology, that's how I believe. That's me. I'm not going to apologize for something that I don't feel I should apologize for. And you can't force me into an apology. Now, you can do what you feel, but you can't force a person into an apology. If I right the wrong, if I crash your car and I go, and pay you the money, whether I apologize or not, the right is wrong. If somebody says something directly, if words come out your mouth directly and you say, yo, my son is a fucking this and I'll fuck him up. Those are your words. You're not misquoting somebody else. You're not stating somebody else. Only way you can right that wrong as a man is if you apologize or you do what you said. The only way to right that wrong is to make it a public apology. So I didn't think a public apology was warranted for somebody misquoting something someone else said. That just was my opinion, So a lot of people didn't share that opinion. And that was based off when I had a conversation with Vlad, he came to me and he said, I never seen the full clip. I want to rectify the situation. I'm going to post, a video. I'm going to post a statement saying that, that we practice to be authentic and we report things accurately, and we posted something about the minister that wasn't accurate. And I'm going to take the statements down. He said, I don't really feel like I want to apologize because people are trying to force me into an apology. And, right now I'm not a place to apologize because I feel like even though I'm taking this down and I don't want to misquote him, I feel like he said things during that interview and other interviews that, were harmful and disrespectful to me as an individual. So I don't feel like I'm ready to apologize. And I said, I can respect that as a man if that's how you feel, but you just can't misquote him. That just was my position. So as things continued to go on with the situation, there's different information. Then he had a conversation with Royce 59 in which he told Royce that Mysonne told him he didn't have to apologize, which was not accurate. It was definitely not accurate. What I told him, man, is it would be ideal if you made an apology, but I'm not going to force you to apology. But you have to take down that post, and you have to make sure that people know that those wasn't the minister's statements. So that's what happened. So he also told him something about giving me money, which was completely false. Over a 12-year friendship, Vlad has loaned me money. I probably was short for some shit happened to my car. I called Vlad, yo, I'm in a situation. I need an extra such and such. I got you. Oh, yo, I need an extra such. Probably 2 times this happened in a 12-year relationship as a friendship because this is my friend. But that wasn't relayed in the comments. So all types of things got convoluted. And people just started to equate me siding, quote unquote, with Vlad because he gives me money and he's my friend. Of course he's my friend. If somebody's my friend, I'm going to, especially if I know the things that they're saying about you, I haven't experienced. For years, people talk about his website and all of those things. I get it. The blog shit, I've already told him I don't really like his website, but that's neither here nor there. But there were certain things that they were saying that I didn't agree with. I personally connected him with the NOI. And he's done interviews with them. He's had security with them. They've had a relationship. So when people say there was a preconceived hate for the minister, I don't agree that. I've never seen it. I've had a conversation with him about the minister in which he told me that he wanted to interview him and he thought he was, somebody was for the culture and things of that nature. I've never heard him say anything negative about the minister in my 12 years. Somebody might have a different experience, but I've never heard one. So that brings me to where we are now. So I had a conversation with Vlad, after the Royce prior to the Royce conversation, and as I replay the conversation, and I listened to Lord Jamal and Godfrey's video that they posted up. And there was one thing that got me. He said it to me too, and I wasn't even thinking about it. He said that his business has not been affected. He made a reference to Nick Cannon and said, Nick apologized because his money was affected. People apologize for two reasons, because either they genuinely feel like they want to apologize or their money is affected. So listening to Lord Jamal saying, he said, well, we had the best month. Vlad TV has had the best month. And that right there was something that didn't sit well with me. When I stood by his decision, his own personal decision not to make an apology, I thought it was based on integrity, that nobody's going to force you into an apology. You righted or wrong, and nobody can force you into an apology. But now, after listening to what he said to Lord Jamal and running back what he said to me, he is willing to make an apology if his money is affected. You understand what I'm saying? It means that if the people he worked for and he's doing business with decide, you need to make an apology because it's going to affect your bottom line, then he would make an apology. But the people who supported you, such as myself, Lord Jamal, Godfrey, people who you call friends and we called you friends and we willing to stand by you, because I'm loyal to a fault. That's the person I am. If you're my friend, then I'm going to ride with you. That's just who I am. Win, lose, or draw, we're going to fight when we get home, but I'm going to ride with you. I'm going to call you out when you do some bullshit. I'm going to say it's wrong, but I'm going to ride with you as long as I know that your intentions are genuine and they're based on integrity. And that's why my hat says integrity over income. So when you start to say, well, my money's not affected, and Vlad TV has had the best month it's ever had, then I realized that we morally conflict, because I was standing by a man who was making a decision based on integrity. I was standing by a man who said he was willing to deal with whatever came with the backlash, But I realized you're just willing to lose us black people, us black friends you have, us black supporters, us black anybody, rather than lose the business. Because of the white man that you work with who was cutting your checks decided, you got to make an apology, you would make that apology because it would affect your bottom line. So that means that you're willing to sacrifice black people. You're not willing to sacrifice your money. You're willing to sacrifice your black fans and your black friends and everything. You're willing to put us in positions that we stand by you, long as it doesn't affect your money. That's something that I'm morally conflict with. And as a man, I can't stand by that, And I realize I'm loyal to a fault, but I understand the line where you draw with friendship, because my integrity means everything. Like people tell you, I went to jail for 7 years because I wouldn't tell somebody else to do the crime. That's how I am. I'm built like that. It's not a soldier. I think that's a general's mentality. I'm willing to deal with whatever comes with being involved with something. If I'm in the streets, I'm going to abide by the laws of the streets. When I'm not in the streets, I'm going to abide by the laws of whatever, institution that I get involved with, because I'm wholehearted. This is who I am. I deal with integrity. I deal with morals, values, and principles. And that's what I stand on. So after listening to Vlad say that his money hasn't been compromised and that his bottom line hasn't been compromised, that's a quagmire for me. So you don't believe that us black people and friends of yours have the ability to affect your bottom line. So you don't have to apologize. You're not now apologizing because it's based on integrity. You're not apologizing because it's based on the fact that us black people and people who have an issue with you can't affect your bottom line. That's where the code comes in for me, And I wouldn't even want to make this statement because this is a person that I called my friend. But when I realized that you're willing to compromise me and put me in compromising positions but standing behind you and it's based off money, then we have a different... I will die with a friend of mine. If I call you my friend, I'm going to die. I don't care what color you are. You can be green. If I call you my friend, then I'm going to die with you and for you. But I'm not going to sacrifice you if I'm not willing to sacrifice money. So when I had this conversation with him, it was clear to me that if his financial circumstances had been jeopardized or compromised by the fact that people wanted him to make an apology, then he would make the apology. Not he's willing to stand on it, lose his money, lose everything because that's what his moral position is. Is that we don't have enough power to stop his bottom line. That's something I can't co-sign. That's something I don't stand by. See the difference between me is I'm never going to say sorry if I'm not sorry. I don't give a fuck if I lose my house, my wife, my kid. I'm never going to say sorry if I'm not sorry because I stand on integrity. That's the person I am. I'm going to die on what I stand on. That's who I am. So that was my position by standing and saying, well, brother, if you don't want to say sorry, if you don't feel you're sorry, and you say you're willing to deal with whatever comes with it, I'm going to stand by that. I respect that. Long as you make sure that you let the world know that you misquoted the minister. But I realize it's not about integrity with him. It's about the fact that his finances haven't been jeopardized. And we as black people don't have the power to jeopardize his finances. So at this point, I can't support that. And I will also ask all other blacks to be on code. If we're going to be on code, let's be on code all the time. Lord Jamal, Godfrey have made positions. They can't fuck with them. They're not going up there. I've made a position. Since your integrity and minds are in conflict, and you're willing to jeopardize a 12-year friendship that I thought was a friendship because it doesn't jeopardize your finances, then I have to respect that. But I also have to make you understand that I can't support you. I can no longer stand beside that as a man because I wouldn't be who I said I was if I stood by that. And in making that decision, I asked everybody else to make that decision. We have to show that we can jeopardize somebody's bottom line or they can continue to sacrifice us. So Vlad has taken a position that black people and his black supporters, his black friends, everybody black who has an issue with this situation is expendable. And we can't be on code because we can't be on code if we do this sometime, if only some of us do it. We can't be on code, it's quote unquote on code if only some people do it. If me, Lord Jamal, and Royce, and Godfrey are saying, you know what, we're taking this stand because it's a bigger picture right now, and then everybody else goes up there and act like we didn't do anything, then we still have not jeopardized his bottom line. We still haven't, and that's not just his, we haven't jeopardized anybody's bottom line. We haven't shown any level of power. We haven't shown that we are able to unite, to come together, to make sure that people don't just sacrifice us. Don't say, well, I'm going to just sacrifice the black people because they don't compromise my bottom line. And that's what I'm willing to stand for. I'm not willing to stand on making somebody make an apology that they don't feel is in their heart because they're willing to stand on that. But I'm willing to stand on the fact that you don't believe that we are valuable enough to affect your bottom line. That our friendships, the things that we've done for you throughout our time, the people who supported you, the black people who have an issue with saying, you misquoted somebody and maybe you should apologize. Knowing that you would make that apology if some white man that was cutting a check said you need to make that apology, but you won't make that apology from a suggestion of friends that had your back and was willing to put their life on the line for you and took scrutiny from even standing by your side. That's something I can't respect as a man because what friendship is to me is something that's real. And that's why I was standing with you because I thought you was willing to deal with that. You had that position based on integrity, but it wasn't based on integrity. So at this point, I can't stand with that. And I don't want to stand by anybody who will stand with that because it's not what I represent. It's integrity over income. Now, also about.
All right, man. Appreciate you guys for watching the video. I just found this video earlier today, and I just wanted to speak on it, so I was able to screen record it. Shout out to Mysonne, dope rapper, trying to lead the community, man. But I kind of want to talk about something that he said in this video about Vlad. So make sure you hit that subscribe button, bell icon button, share the video. Check out Music Entertainment Players for more videos like this. And one of the things he said about Vlad that I want y'all to pay attention to, because I don't need to really explain the things that he spoke on about Vlad. The one thing you need to understand, people only apologize for offending people or offending a religion or defending a creed or offending a creed only when it hurts their pockets. He said Nick Cannon apologized because it hurt his pockets, right? DJ Vlad, according to Mysonne in the conversation he had with him, said he is not going to apologize to the minister Louis Farrakhan unless it hurts his pockets. And as far as black people still is going to be watching his channel and still subscribe to his channel, he knows they're still going to do that. He knows that black people don't flock together. They don't stick together. They don't stay on code. People still wearing Gucci. I see people wear Gucci every day. And I'm not even the guy that go out to all these high traffic areas no more. But I still see a ton of people with Gucci on every day. But then again, it's the same people that talk about Black Lives Matter and don't even know Black Lives Matter is not even run by a black life. But I want you guys to focus on the point of Vlad basically telling you dudes that you guys don't stick together. You guys still gonna watch me. You guys still gonna interview with me. And everybody not gonna stay on code. And that's why I kind of stopped the Black Power stuff, because we no longer on code no more. It sounded like I was speaking to dead horses. You know, and at the end of the day, I just couldn't be with the movement no more. It's too many black on black crimes. There's too many ignorant people. We won't stick together. You know, no matter if you come out here and say black is beautiful. What about light skin? What about brown skin? You know, it's just people just doing dumb stuff. The Black Power movement is done, y'all. As much as these people want to fight for it and they want to, you know, say they willing to die for it, nobody willing to sacrifice. They won't even hit the unsubscribe button on Vlad TV. They won't stop going to his website. And you know, most of all, when people say, well, you know, look, who's interviewing with him? Or somebody's just going to take Lord Jamar and Godfrey place. Somebody going to take Mysonne place. And people keep interviewing with this guy. It's like they Hollywood I made it moment. It's like when black people used to go on Oprah and that was like I made it moment. All these black people continue to interview with him. So if we continue to interview with him, we continue to make money for him. And, you know, our people still going to watch it. So it's hard to get a group of people to boycott. People say, well, the Montgomery bus boycott, it worked. That was how long ago? Just so you can ride in the front of the bus? I'm not thinking that was a major move, but it's a little bit different. You know, and he told my son, I ain't apologize till it hurt my pockets. People say, well, everybody isn't, you know, with the Nation of Islam, or everybody isn't Muslim. It's not about that. It's about staying on code. And what you didn't really understand, or you may not have really comprehended, he dissed this man when this man refused to do an interview with him. Think about that for a minute. Y'all didn't pick up on that? My son said, you know, he always used to talk good about the minister, always wanted to interview the minister. And when the minister turned him down again, Vlad said, I'm a hoodwink him. I'm a sneak diss him. I'm a set him up for failure. That's what it was. When Minister Louis Farrakhan failed an interview with Vlad, he knew he was going to snake him somehow, some way. He used the misquote. And he won't apologize for the misquote. He told Mysonne unless it hurt his pockets. And that's what he's standing on. And it ain't hurt his pockets. He made more, what he say, he made more money this month than ever. So the controversy for him is fruitful. And that's what they think about us. They think about us, we segregated, we don't stay on code. And what's so funny about it, my father was staying in Boston for a while back in the day. And he said that the white man pointed out on the beach how all the races was together except for black people. White people, Arabs, I'm just saying for example. But the black people wasn't in unison. They all over the beach and not on code. So that's exactly what it is here. Let me know what you think about the video in the comment section. Don't forget we on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you got business, question, inquiry, sponsorship, video requests. Keep sharing the videos. Want to make a donation, Cash App, $, CJ Good 313, PayPal link in the description. Appreciate the love, support. Let me know what you guys think. And my son was a friend, and basically he's saying he can't morally rock with Vlad until he apologized for his misquoted minister for Louis Farrakhan. We gone.